Hello there, Jiesu. Let's go. The scope of copyright is spreading rapidly in this era, the consequences of which are profitable. Very good. I believe copyright is a serious push for creative. What does this mean? First of all, there's a big push for creativity. I wouldn't have used this phrase. I would have used something a little bit more standard and then changed the vocabulary. I wouldn't have said big push. I'd have said, I believe copyright is a serious benefit, or is a significant benefit for creativity. Try to avoid words like big, good, small, bad, and change them for words like significant, major, important. This essay will analyse the reasons using examples behind copyrights being the great source of inventiveness. Okay. Conjugate, invent. Inventor, inventive, inventiveness. Conjugate it, look it up. Check your capitalization rules as well. Yeah. Firstly, copyright gives an opportunity to a young generation to show more innovativeness. Again, similar issue. It requires permission from the Supreme Court, who allows an originator. What is an originator? Check the meaning of that word. To distribute his original productivity. No, to distribute his original work. So some issues here with vocabulary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So check the word forms. Double, triple check it in your next essay. And just, what you can do is just go to Google with this phrase. Okay, if you doubt it, just go to Google and we get a rough idea. I mean, it's not perfect. Opportunity for young generations to show more innovation is more accurate than what we had before. So let's carry on. It requires permission. Okay, and productivity. You can't distribute productivity, so check the meaning of that word. For example, Raghunath. Who is Raghunath? For example, the famous Indian director, Raghunath, produced, just to avoid saying director again, produced Dancing Star 2 in 2014, which was filmed after obtaining copyrights of movie Dancing Star. Full stop. Therefore, promotes the efficiency. Therefore, these rules promote the efficiency of representing the identical idea in a different manner. Okay, play it safe. You wouldn't get that. Just play it safe regarding your vocabulary choices. Okay. Also, never use contractions in your formal academic essay. Also, check your capitalization. Let's go. Furthermore, in my perspective, it is a wonderful chance to demonstrate the same project in impressive form. Okay, might cost an arm and a leg to develop and organize the whole idea. However, if we're going to show an alternative view, it might cost an arm and a leg. This is also a colloquial expression, so be careful. Remember, this is formal. For example, a song, Icho, was released by Canadian famous singer Adam Smith in 2015, whose production cost was almost half of the original song, which was sung by a famous band 3 Ways. Consequently, copyright brings out more talent in contemporary media industries, businesses and many more. Capitalization. Okay. Alright, good work here, but we do need to work a little bit on the quality of the examples. Try to go for examples which are just simpler. Yeah? Like, for example, a recent study by Cambridge showed that reproducing already existing songs was not only boosted creativity, but also boosted revenues of all parties involved. Full stop. Consequently, copyright improves talent, revenue, and protection in numerous kinds of industries. Okay. All right. So also, yeah, just go for clarity. Try possibly just make your sentences a little bit shorter. Okay. Only put what's absolutely essential there, and only use the vocabulary that you're absolutely certain is correct. This sounds like boring and basic and low-scoring essays, but trust me, boring and basic essays are easier to understand, so the examiner can determine whether you've hit task response. It's more likely your essay is going to be coherent, and what we're going to do, Jigayasu, is build on these basic and boring essays. Okay, but first let's get the basics down, foundation. Okay, a base. In the future, the role of copyright is likely to be enlarged and it will become a source of income for society. Okay, valid. That's all right. Good way to finish, grammatically sound. Let's have a look at your task 1. The bar graph depicts the 4 different, here, just write it like this, 4 different sources of calories, of calorie intake by UK males at different life periods. Sound. Not too fancy. Overview, excellent. Dairy, start with the subject, genius. Dairy contributed slightly above than the 40% of calories. No, dairy contributed slightly above 40% of total calorie intake for UK males in the youngest age group, and 13%. What? Respectively, that doesn't make any sense. There's no reference to any other age group in that second bit. Okay, so be careful. Calorie intake through meat by people of age 0 to 24 increased from 20% to 50%. Okay, so let's see. Calorie intake of meat by people of the age group 0 to 24 increased from 20% to 50% with regards to the 25 to 49-year-old group. Okay, so that would seriously need reworking. All right, also give me 5 sentences with respectively. Research it online, okay, and then give me 5 sentences with respectively. It's worth mastering. Okay, we can't use folks because it's colloquial. Let me just do a word count here. Okay, not bad. Good, 155, that's fine actually. Moreover, although exhaustion of calories by people of age group 0 to 29 through pulses was below. Okay, so mix up there with the ages, so check it for accuracy. Right, here's the best way to do this graph, I think. We describe what's going on here and we group these 3 together. Yeah? Because we need points for grouping because we can't list every single detail. So we say this was over 40, these were roughly the same at around 20. Next paragraph, these ones. Next paragraph, these ones. And we organize it in the simplest, most logical way. Okay? Rather than talking about dairy here, and dairy here. Because it can get over confusing and overly complex. Let's go. Moreover, exhaustion, that's the wrong verb, wrong word. So let's see. So that needs to be rephrased like we said before. People aged 0 to 24 were taking maximum advantages of, not maximum advantages. Like I said, people aged 0 to 24 0 to 24 consumed vegetables or had or received 20% of their total calorie intake from vegetables would be the right way. Good, we've got a summary here. Overall, pulses were the greatest source of calorie intake which was consumed by people aged over 50. Good. While people aged 25 to 49 took the maximum consumed mainly meat. The advantage has nothing to do with it in this one, whereas the maximum calories for people aged 0 to 24 were provided by dairy. Good. Excellent summary. We've noted the maximums of each one. Good. However, it would be more logical to have started here, 0 to 24, because that's where the graph starts. Then this, and then this at the end. Good work, Jigayasu. Still some work to do. Remember the sentences I asked for. And what we're going to do now is implement all the corrections. Make a list of the errors. I want to see this error list in your next work that you send me. Then write me 2 new essays. Remember to check those 2 new essays for mistakes you've made previously. Okay, take your time writing it, and then send it all together in one email. Your 2 new essays, your error list, and this essay corrected. Okay, so you're doing good. Oh, and remember the sentences as well. Okay, Jigayasu, have a good day, and let's keep on improving.